welcome back to Jack on a Journey. It's been a while. I know I released the video yesterday on the Thursday. This is going out on the day it's recording. And it was a video I recorded ages ago. And I had to get it out because it was the cup final. So if you haven't seen that, go and watch that first. Because it was a cup final against Feyenoord. There wasn't any other games because we had got trounced in the league. We finished third in the league, but we were in the cup final. I'm not going to ruin the result. Did we win? Did we lose? Did we draw? Did we go to penalties? Did we go to extra time? Who knows? Who knows? Go and watch it if you missed it. But today is the start of the new season. And we've made a hell of a lot of transfers, my friends. It seemed to be, Wonder Kid came up, another Wonder Kid came up. Oh, look, another Wonder Kid. What's that, a Wonder Kid? So the board are incredibly happy with me because they want us to sign young players. And as you can see, there's a couple of names on there which you probably won't recognise. There's a couple of names on there you will. But let's get into the schedule. We've played the one game. It is against today's opponents, PSV, but they're just so good. They're just so good. They beat us 5-2. A Siot own goal and Alves, our newer cam, scoring. But we are playing them again today, away from home, start of the league season. Oh, just can't get away. Can't get away. Right. Let's show you the transfer, shall we? Right, so this is what we've done. £61 million out of the club, £57 million into the club. So we've made a £4 million profit. I didn't even notice that at the start. We're still not done though. There's still a few players that I want to bring in. And it's just getting the right players for the right roles and whatnot. But let's show you the players who have gone out. Let's from top to bottom. Stanley Nazoki has gone to Krasnodar for £15 million. I didn't want to let him go. He was going to be my starting centre-back for this season. But I think, was it Krasnodar or another team? I can't remember. They came in for him for like a £4 million move. And I rejected it. He got all pissy and I was like, look, it wasn't a good enough offer. And he said, what offer would be good enough? I said £15 million. And he was like, yeah, all right. Which was good. I like that. Because that was like, I think his value was like 9 million or something. And 15 million was what I would take to get rid of him. But it was a shame. I didn't really want to get rid of him. But he's gone. Eval Fossum, the team leader, the captain, centre midfielder, has gone to Bournemouth for 10 million quid. He's about 31. So that's a good little 10 million quid bonus, to be fair to us. Once again, I didn't. This was less so. 30 years old. This was less so. It took me a couple of, when I transfer listed everyone, it took me a couple of more days to think, yeah, I don't really need him anymore. So he's gone to Bournemouth. Prokop, we all know how terrible he did. He just kept on getting injured. So he's gone to PSV for £10 million. Bojan Balos was the backup centre-back, or third or fourth choice. He's gone to AZ for £10 million. Alvis Bijadik for £5.25 million, gone to Hertha Berlin, one of the worst right-backs I've ever seen. Amin Kamas to AZ for £5.25 million. Backup left-back. Hidid Avest has gone to Bologna for £4.7 million. I don't know who he was. Does anyone know who he was? No clue. And then a couple of youngsters have gone out on loan and on small fees as well. Dirk Venberg being that goalkeeper we had as our backup. We've swapped the backup keepers. So the guy that went out on loan last season is now a backup keeper. The guy who was our backup keeper is now our loan guy. So, yeah, perfect. What more can you say? But let's get into this, shall we? So obviously you all know about Coop Miners. You know the story there. He was on loan with us last season. Because he played a certain amount of games, that set off a clause in his loan that means he could come to us on a permanent £3.5 million. That deal was made 3 games into my career at, where are we? Ajax. First up, we've got Patricio Silva on loan from Real Betis. Now, you might be thinking, why are you loaning players in? He's not going to start. He's going to be our 4th choice striker. It's just someone I saw, brought him in, 1.3k a week. Not gonna complain. 3-star current, so he can still do a job. 5-star potential. He's classed as a wonder kid, and he looks very, very good for what he is. Spent last season on loan in Malaga in La Liga, where he scored 4 goals in 19, which isn't great. But like I said, he's not going to be starting for us. So he'll come on sporadically for the last 10 minutes or so, and he could probably do a job for us. So yeah, Patricio Silva on loan from Real Betis for the year. I'm going to skip this one. Khalid El Arabi from Sparta Rotterdam. He's just a young kid. You probably won't ever see him play. He's just one of the head of youth signings. So, meh. Centre-back has joined us, a Colombian 21-year-old. Has already played 4 games for Colombia. Javier Julio. I can't remember where he came from. Just under £1 million this guy cost us a couple of days after joining us. Sprained knee ligaments. Annoying. Centre-back, he can also play defensive mid, which is a role that we play. He can do a job at right-back as well, so not too bad. We signed him for just under £1 million, which is excellent. But look at that, marking is excellent. Heading could be better. Tackling is good. Those physicals, mad strength, and he can run as well, which is incredible. Aggression could be a little bit higher, but that's fine. Positioning is fantastic as well. 6'1". I prefer my centre back to be a little bit taller, but everything else compensated that quite well. You can see here, he started his career at Independiente Medellin, where he played a fair few games for them, and then he's been on loan at good Serie A clubs in Roma and Napoli, where he's started for them by the looks of it. He started for them in the league, and neither of them wanted. They paid money for them on loan, but neither of them wanted him. So we swooped in, paid just under £1 million, 775k for him, and he will be fighting for those first team spots. I couldn't believe that they didn't want to pick him up, but because he played well for them as well. 7.1 for Napoli, 6.81 for Roma. So he played well for them, but oh well. Their loss is our gain. Javier Julio, a Colombian 21-year-old. 3.5-star current, 4.5-star potential. The first of our great young players. Second if you include the lone player. Jose Santa Fe is up next. 4-star. When he came in, he was 4.5-star. It was mental. 4-star current, 5-star potential. Centre midfielder. Can do a job at cam and defensive mid. But he looks fantastic. Now when I saw 6'4" as well. Just mental. When I saw this guy, another Colombian, 19-year-old, 10 caps. Now, he is a wonder kid. He's classed as a wonder kid. When I saw this guy, I was like, okay, he's on loan at Porto. That's fine. Porto would probably want to put in a bids for him. They hadn't put in a bids for him, and I was like, okay, that must be in his release clause. Is like 20-odd million or something. His release clause, he didn't have one. He didn't have a release clause, and I was like, okay, so Colombian wonder kid is going to go for quite a bit. Did a scout report. They wanted 700k, so I was like 825. Just stick some more in it. Just check everything we got, and we've got him in. Like I said, when he came in, he was a 4.5-star player. He's dropped down slightly. That's probably because of this bloody injury. Another one that's injured, but he looks quality. He looks quality. Look at this. He can do everything. 14 tackling, 17 technique, 16 work rate, 17 vision, 17 decision making, 14 dribbling, 16 first touch, 15 long shots, 15 passing, 16 stamina. Look at the physicals. He's 6'4". This shouldn't be allowed. For a 19-year-old, this shouldn't be allowed. But we've managed to get him in, and when he's fully fit, you're not going to see him play today, unfortunately. When he's fully fit, this team, when everyone's fully fit and raring to go, this team is going to be fantastic. Next up, we've got Alan Ronconi, an Argentinian enthusiastic striker. He's not a wonder kid, but we brought him in. 3-star current, 5-star potential. He's going to be a... Are we playing 1 up top or 2 up top? He's going to be fighting for that second spot with Machowski. We've obviously kept Machowski, but Machowski's my boy, so we've brought in this guy just to offer some competition. Once again, decent 3-star current, 5-star potential, like I said. I can't remember how much we brought him in for. 5.25 million, so just above his value, from Racing Club in Argentina, where 6 goals in 15 games. That's not a bad record, considering half of them were sub appearances. 5.25 could rise to 7.75. Yeah, simple. Next up, the first wonder kid we signed, not played for Portugal yet, Diogo Alves, 4-star current, 5-star potential. He's got pace. He's a bit short, but he's got pace. Look at this. 17 passing, 17 technique, 15 vision, 16 first touch, 15 dribbling, 16 decisions, 17 determination, 15. He's a playmaker and a half. He is such a good playmaker. Once again, when I saw him, I was like, we've got to get him. We've got to get him. He's been at Vitória de Guimarães. I probably butchered that. I do apologise. In Portugal. And teams wanted him, but no one put in a bid for him. So we're like, we'll just slide in a bid. We'll just slide in a bid there. And luckily, no one else came in for him. And we've managed to get a wonder kid, another wonder kid on our hands. Can also play centre mid, but he's more like a cam. And he can do a job up front if needed. But with 9 finishing, hopefully that doesn't come to that. But Diogo Alves should be an excellent player. Like I said, he's valued at 8.75 million now. We've bought him in for 6.75. His media description is wonder kid. And he's professional. He knocks ball past opponent. Perfect guy. Next up, we have brought in the replacement for Insoki. It is Sao. Fabio. We brought in Fabio. 3-star current, 5-star potential, 6 foot tall, centre back. Good passing, to be fair. He's all round. He looks decent. Brazilian centre back. I brought him in just because he had potential, really. Once again, a bloody injury. We haven't even played that many pre-season friendlies. Once again, another guy who spent time at Vitória de Guimarães, so he would know our other wonder kid, Diogo Alves. So it made sense. Bring him in. Yeah, yeah. He played crap in his first game, to be fair. Where's his 5.8? He played rubbish. But, you know, language barriers and all that. Just got to wait. So there's a lot of foreign players coming in who need to know the language. So it's going to take a while for them to blend together. But once they do, it's going to be fantastic. Only 2 more to go now. Next up, our backup left back. I bought him in before I changed the formation, because we were still going to play the 5 at the back formation. So I brought him in, and then we changed it. So he can. I don't know how he can play there and not there, but he can do a job. He can learn. He can learn how to play there. That's fine. So he's going to be a backup. He's 23-year-old Serbian, 3-star current, 3-star potential. Pace is there. It would have been a lot better if we still play that formation, but that's fine. Bought him for Red Bull Salzburg for 10 million. Could rise to 20 million. Where he's played solidly, a solid amount of games for them. Yeah, it's not. We bought him before we changed tactics, so it's fine. And last but not least, Rune de Meyer, our last wonder kid of the save, our most expensive wonder kid as well. £20 million, I believe we bought him for 20.5. That was his release clause from Ghent, and I was like, I saw this, and I was like, 12 and 24. Not too bad, considering he's a cam, but we will be playing him up front. It's a bit of a risk, I know, but we're going to be playing him up front purely so we can get him and Alves in the same team. 2 wonder kids playing together. He can score goals. We know he can score goals. We can see it there. It's just trying to find a role for him who looks good, but he looks fantastic. 3.5-star current, 5-star potential. Once again, he's just rapido. Absolutely rapido. 19-year-old Belgium. We just got a hell of a lot of wonder kids. I can't describe these. Either-footed. It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Once everyone learns the language and start getting comfortable in the country, this could be one of the greatest Ajax teams ever, I reckon, with the amount of wonder kids we've got. Oh, it's just going to, the amount of potential we've got in this team, it's going to be ridiculous. And we're not quite finished yet. We've got Donis Avijaj still on the move, hopefully. Stricker's on the move as well. But it looks like there's not a lot. We've got a lot more wage budget than transfer budget, but I feel like we're 2 more players away from really being happy with this squad at the moment. I don't know where. I don't know where. I think we need another defensive mid and another centre mid, and we'll be happy. And it might seem weird, but that is where we're going to end the episode, without a game. I was going to play PSV, but I thought it's been quite a long episode without the game, so we'll play PSV and Willem in the next episode. Show you the whole transfers in this episode. As you can see, the board, 57% are loving me. They're not happy with Fossum leaving, but they're really happy with the amount of young players joining. So, Fan Dabby Dozu got 25 million in the bank. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, do apologise if you wanted to see a game, but like I said, it's a long episode without a game, and putting a game onto that will just be like half hour long or something stupid like that. So no game, 2 games tomorrow, where you would have got 1 game today. You're going to get 2 games, not tomorrow, Monday, because it's Saturday tomorrow. 2 games on Monday, PSV and Willem, the start of the season. Let me know what you think of the transfers. I think I've done very well. The amount of wonder kids I've brought in for cheap as well has just been excellent. If you did like that, please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe if you're new or you haven't done so already. I won't be gone for so long this time. It's not WrestleMania anymore for another year, so I won't be gone for so long. Thank you very much for watching.